Good evening and welcome to All In, the Celtic edition.
Well, hello there.
Well,
How are you doing?
We are all Celts, aren't we?
Well, we are
The money,
actually, yes.
The money was only rested in my account, Father.
Of course it was.
Cup of tea, cup of tea.
Potatoes. Right.
Hello.
Good evening, all. Welcome to All In. If you haven't been here before, why the hell not?
Exactly. Weirdos.
Yeah. So we will be going through the news as always in a very irreverent manner. Any opinion expressed here tonight is purely our own. As opinion, this is an entertainment show more than a news show, to be fair. Although we will touch on some serious subjects. And
Indeed.
if you wish to chat, just dive in. You only need to be a subscriber. I'm not even going to ask you for money. I will ask you for money at some point, but not quite at this moment in time. But to chat, just subscribe, and then you don't have any waiting time, and you can just launch straight in. Right, good evening, Shalini, my darling. You're looking lovely this evening.
Oh, well, hello.
And good evening, David.
Good evening. Great to be here with you all. Thank God it's Friday, folks. What
It's
a week.
Friday.
This is cathartic, as dear Ed would say. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hi,
And
Ed, if you're tuning in.
And speaking of Ed, I was chatting to him briefly on WhatsApp this afternoon, and he has a
How's
friend
he
round
doing?
tonight, which is why he's not here.
Oh, okay.
But I was asking him if maybe he fancied doing some like half-hour all-in specials during the week,
Nice.
where we maybe just touch on the funnies, which would be quite interesting, and he might be up for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, pardon me.
You're pardoned. How dare you?
That's a reflux here. That's not good.
Just keep drinking. Keep drinking, Sarge.
Yeah, I'll get some water down me as well.
How's
Right,
the troll
okay.
room? How are we all doing?
Hey, where is the troll room? Is nobody in it? Julie and Chris, what's going on? Why is nobody coming into the troll room? Can I not
What?
see you? Oh, I can only see Julie and Chris. Maybe
Come
Seriously?
one, come all.
What the hell?
Yeah.
remember, you can chat on vertical as well as on horizontal, but we seem to have 11 viewers in the troll room.
Oh, I know what they're doing. They're lurking.
They are lurking. They are. Oh, bloody hell! The troll room's just exploded. So it must have been. It must be a YouTube glitch or something.
Oh, maybe.
Because
There's a
yeah,
glitch in the
yeah, we've
Matrix,
got
yes, there is.
Dreadeye and Julie, Chris, Frankie, DW76. Hi, DW. I haven't seen you for a while.
I know, right?
Yeah, Julie C, Chris again, Beats and Tapes, Robin. Cool. Militant Mushroom.
Hello, the gang.
Militant Mushroom dropped me what would you call it? He bought me a beer this afternoon on coffee, which was very decent of him. Thank you, Militant.
Oh, very nice.
I don't think he's in yet, but we'll get him. We'll get him there. And there's
Excellent.
Vaughn, stunt rider extraordinaire.
How do, Mr. V?
Yes, indeed.
Thank God it was wet. Not even a scratch, huh?
Well, he's got a bit of a graze on his elbow.
Did he slide along the ground?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
I bet it was stiff in the morning. Well, aren't we all? But that's another matter altogether, isn't it?
That could go any
my
direction.
God, you just can't. Oh, good grief.
He's off. He's off. We've only done the intro and he's
I
off.
know.
Yeah.
He's already like, oh dear.
Right,
go.
okay. Well, talking about the meme lord here, Trump. Have you seen Trump's memes with the sombreros?
No.
Oh
What?
my God, you guys are missing out. You need to be looking at this. He's throwing sombreros and, virtual sombreros and mustaches at other members of Congress.
What do you mean?
Like the Democrats. Like what? Oh, I can't remember his name, but I've got actually. We'll go straight to this. Look at this.
Why, he did that. What the heck?
No, he's mocking the guy who's disabled.
Oh
And then he put a
gosh.
sombrero in it. I mean, he has really gone to town. He has gone to town. Oh, Chris is Militant Mushroom.
Yes, Chris
Well,
is militant mushroom. I meant to say. Yeah.
Thank you,
Come on,
Chris.
Sarge, get it right.
Yeah. Get with
Yeah.
the program,
But
dude.
what do you make of that? I mean, the guy's nuts. Trump really has gone to town. He's lost it.
Don't know what's going on with Trump.
Yeah, he seems to be only as good as the last person he spoke to. It's like he changes his mind depending on who spoke to him. If you bumped into him coming out of the toilet and said, "Oh, I think we should take out Venezuela next," he'd be in there. He'd be straight in there, wouldn't he?
I think he's easily like led and manipulated. Like he cuts a good deal. Like he's really awesome. Like at certain things, but I still think there's a great deal of like naivety with Donald Trump. Sorry, I know we got a lot of American listeners, great friends of ours here. They all come and watch like All In, but there's some things about Donnie. I don't know, guys. Great in some ways, bit naive on others. You know what I mean?
Still probably much better than anything we've got.
That's kind of like apples and oranges, but I get what you mean. I get what you're saying about it.
Yeah.
That's
right.
just
Okay.
like,
Let's go back. We'll go back to the front of the show. Okay, so it's
oh yeah, I saw this today.
It's bye to Mickey Pierce, or as he's actually known, Patrick Murray, who was Mickey Pierce in Only Fools and Horses. If you're an American, you've probably never seen it, but it was an incredibly funny
it's a classic.
funny show. Yeah, incredibly funny. Oh right, hold on. Why is Shalini on top of the slides? The slide should actually go over you, Shalini.
Excuse me?
Just in the vertical. There we go. That's better. Right.
Okay.
The slides were getting cut. And it's a trio this week. We've also got Jane Goodall.
Well, I don't know who she is, but I
The
wasn't
chimp
owing
lady.
about her.
She's a chimp lady. She's a woman that
She's the who?
She spent her life basically not examining, investigating chimpanzees or whatever.
She was a primatologist. I think that's what they called her. Like, yeah.
Thank you, David.
I think so. I think so.
That's the technical term. In other words,
he's
it's
right.
after
He's
monkeys.
right. Gorillas in the Mist. Yeah, I was going to say Gorillas in the Mist. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
So
Right.
that's
Well,
what the
thank
movie
you.
Gorillas in the Mist was based on. Or,
I know, but there's another one
life.
that's slightly more important. Well, to me, it's Mrs. Bouquet.
Yeah,
It's
Mrs.
Mrs.
Bucket,
Bucket.
yeah.
I loved her. She was brilliant.
Good innings. She was in the
Yeah.
Good
90s,
innings.
wasn't
I
she?
know. And
91, I think. Yeah.
I read like a tweet. It was rather long thing, and like she started like. It was basically kind of like saying, don't think you can't do things just because of your age, because she started learning Italian when she was 60 and like doing all these crazy things. So like example of that. So
Yeah.
watch out, London. Shalini's having a driving lesson next week and I'm nearly 50 and I can't drive. So watch out,
Hey.
London. Shalini's getting behind the wheel next week.
Hey, be careful in Tower Hamlets, yeah?
What's up with Mr. Real Review UK posting in the chat turncoat?
Oh,
Hey!
he's trying to trigger me. He's trying to trigger me.
Hey,
Mate, he was the guy. He was the guy that said at the beginning of last week, I'm not going to be broadcasting over your shows anymore, and then just fucking broadcast straight over them again. So, hey.
But anyway, with Mrs. Bouquet, yeah, good innings, R.I.P.
good
And I
innings.
remember
Oh, she was
what
brilliant.
I remember what Shalini said with the quote. It was very inspiring. I think she was struggling a lot in her 40s with stage work. She was resting a lot as actors do at times, and things didn't really kind of take off for her until she was in her 50s. That's when things really got super successful for her. So there was a lot of wisdom that she passed on to people, and I thought that was really, really nice. And it kind of gets me a little bit because she died at roughly the age my gran is right now in Ireland.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's kind of close to the heart a little bit. So bless her.
Yeah. Well, we
No,
all go eventually.
good
don't we?
woman. Love Mrs.
Yeah,
Mrs.
she was a
Bouquet,
good woman.
lady of the house speaking. Oh, I loved Keeping Up Appearances. I'm going to have to see if I can get Vaughan to download it for me. Love it. Mrs.
Right.
Bouquet.
Okay, tonight we are going to play Jester's Privilege. Okay? Jester's
what now?
Privilege is the ability and right of a jester to talk and mock freely without being punished for nothing that we say seems to matter.
And
So
everyone
we are-
here at All In gets mocked equally, Sarge. Is that
Exactly.
correct?
We are
Yeah.
equal opportunity mockers and haters. So there you go.
There you go.
Right, what have we got? Mayor Tuesday broadcast this earlier on yesterday, saying that It can now be revealed that the Manchester Synagogue attacker was, in fact, are you allowed to say terrorist? I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, well, it is. It's because they were calling it a terrorist attack. So.
It's factual. It's factual. YouTube.
Yeah, relax, Google. We're sticking with the truth, innit? The truth.
Well, it's just truth. We're a truthful organisation here, evidence-based.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
So yes, this chap went on a spree, which wasn't very good.
Jihad or whatever, or
well, I don't know if it was. Well, is
that actually his name?
He's been shot dead by the police as a result of what he did to three Jewish people. He hit one of them with a car. He stabbed another.
He did the thing. Yeah, I think he knocked a few over, didn't he? And then he went on the old knife old knife-a-roo.
Don't start, Shanti. This is not.
Please don't start. I'm so sick of seeing all this. It's a psyop. It's a false flag.
It's not a psyop. Israel's nothing to gain from doing this. They're not going to turn anybody against anything. This country's already compromised.
Country's in a mess.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, John, carry on.
But the biggest problem I've got is this part, right? So, So following the Greater Manchester, police say 2 people, including one of the victims, were unintentionally shot in their response to yesterday's attack. Now, the only person that had guns at this incident was the police. Now, that doesn't mean the guy wasn't armed.
No.
He had a weapon. It was just the police are the people that had the guns. And as a former firearms officer, I'm like, this is the worst possible thing that can happen. Yeah. You've either missed the target and hit a bystander, which seems to be what's happened, because I think the 2 people that were injured were behind the door.
That's correct, yeah.
So they've been drilled through the door. That's not great, okay?
Yeah.
So they've missed the target that they were shooting at. I don't know how you do that. And people will be maybe going, what the hell are you talking about, Sarge? Because, you're taking a shot in a moment of heat. Everything's all over the place. You don't know what's going on. This is what we are trained for. This is what we get trained for monthly, weekly, sometimes daily.
You're drilled.
You are drilled into this. And you don't take the shot unless you're going to hit the guy. Because the worst thing you can do as a cop is miss. Because then you don't know where that bullet's going. You don't know where it's going, right? So you have got to get your shot on target.
Is there a technical name, John, where members of the public like that, they get hit? It's not just a mistake. I think there's technical language associated.
Well, I think in military terms they call it collateral damage, don't they?
Yeah.
But this is, to me, this is the worst thing a cop can do, especially a firearms cop. Because these people are putting their life in your hands when you're in those situations. And let's not be unfair to the police. They actually got there pretty quickly. They did. The firearms were there within, I think,
minutes.
Yeah, it was on literally a couple of minutes,
something like that, 4 or 5 minutes, and the guy was down within 8. Of the report coming out. So the police weren't slow to respond, and they weren't slow to act. And I think overall they did a good job. Apart from this, and this is going to be a big problem, and it's a shame. It's a shame because I've been involved in a police shooting where we killed a guy, and it's a nightmare. Even when you're not the one that took the shot, it's a nightmare because you're suspended, you're investigated.
Oh, is that what will happen then? Yeah.
Oh yeah. All the firearms cops will probably be suspended right now. Okay.
That's what I was going to ask. My follow-on question: what happens in the aftermath of kind of such a tragedy? Well, they get suspended, and
the first thing that happens is you go back, and all your guns get taken off you and bagged up and given to forensics. Right. Then you'll get interviewed.
Right.
Or you'll be asked to write a statement. So this is what happened in our case. We were asked to write our individual statements, and you're all separated. You're not colluding, right? So you're treated effectively like suspects. So you write out your statement, and then the next thing you do is you basically get sent home and get on the phone to the Federation in the morning. So you start to put things into gear, because you really need legal representation, just in case. And we all get sent home and went to bed thinking the guy that we'd shot was going to be okay, because the ambulance crew, and this is if you're an ambulance or a paramedic, take everything I say with a pinch of salt, but the standing joke was, if the ambulance guy says the guy's going to be okay, then it's more than likely going to be dead when you get to the hospital.
Right.
and
grim.
Unfortunately, we woke up the next morning and the guy was dead. So I'll make a video about this over the weekend, because this is a horror story, and it's going to be a nightmare for everybody involved in this. Not least the families of the people that have been,
Yeah, because obviously everybody's like, oh my God, it's another terrorist, situation.
Yeah.
That, oh no, oops.
And they had the area in lockdown as well. Just with my own kind of day job, I was actually speaking to someone kind of based around 5 minutes from that area.
Oh wow!
When it all kicked off. That afternoon, I was chatting to a client, and they're like, "We can't talk right now. The area's on lockdown. We're only like 5 minutes or so away." So they kind of had some sort of vicinity like lockdown within that area, like literally just stay where you are. It was pretty intense stuff.
That's getting kind of weird, isn't it? Because I heard that they locked down the hospitals as well. They'd only take emergency, intakes.
Just A&A.
Which you're kind of overreacting to what in the grand scheme of things is a fairly minor event.
It was contained pretty quick as well. Yeah. So I don't know if they were expecting more trouble or something, but it would appear that this may be another security service debacle, But we'll unpick it. We'll unpick it in due course.
Okay, well, because I don't know if you were going to add, or if people have seen about he had another thing.
Oh, the vest that was found to be inactive.
Oh, I'm talking about the terrorist who got shot.
Yeah,
yes, he had that. He allegedly was out on police bail from a previous misadventure.
But I can't remember if I heard this yesterday or today, because I don't even have, because I'm I don't even know what day of the week it is sometimes until it's Friday. They'd arrested a woman as well in her 60s and a bloke in his 30s.
2 guys now in their 30s.
Oh, it's two guys. So I don't know if that's it. I'm guessing it's in connection with, don't know if they helped him or somehow were involved. That's, I suppose, to be revealed at some point.
Could be family members, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, potentially. Maybe.
Pure Love says in some ways this is more shocking on the vertical chat. And you're right, the police they're caught between a rock and a hard place, but they've done a good thing and a bad thing at the same time here. And there's no other way of describing it. It's just they've both stopped something before it got out of hand, but they've also overcorrected, if you like. But as I said, I'll do a video about it and discuss it.
Yeah.
And
okay, cool.
with a level head, and look at it from an
forensic investigation.
Yeah.
Forensic John.
Yeah, I don't like that term.
Rather than forensic.
That's been tainted by Starmer forever, hasn't it?
Oh,
be forensic.
Toolmaker. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the toolmaker's son.
Yeah. So he flew back from Denmark, I think he was, wasn't he? Shalini,
oh yes, it was. He was in Denmark.
So he flew back from Denmark to deal with us, and really
that speech was crap.
Yeah, it was awful. He came out, a frenzied investigation. I like that, Robin. That's good. We'll do a frenzy investigation.
Is that what he said? A frenzy? What?
Robin said a frenzy investigation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Play on frenzy. Yeah. Frenzy. Yeah, gotcha.
Well, you never know with Robin because his spelling is atrocious, but we won't hold that against him. Yeah, we do love you, you know that. Right. So we're going to move away from this now, I think, because it's a horrible thing to have happened.
It is.
I'm
still
not
unraveling.
It is still to be unraveled. Yeah.
And
really do.
unfortunately, with the way things are, and boats still arriving and whatnot, it's not going to be the last. Just be vigilant, folks. Be vigilant.
Yeah, and you've got the, I mean, the pro-Palestinian bunch, you know,
Ugh,
they're really picking the wrong day. Well, you know, in
did it
their
on
view,
purpose.
they're picking the right days to do these protests because they want to wind up, you know, a sector of the public that are associated with a government in a country 5,000 miles or 6,000 miles away or whatever it is, that really they have no influence over. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like,
These people are
I just
wild.
find it, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, right, moving on to this. You guys are Irish, you'll know about this. Right, the Bogsides landmark Free Dairy Corner has been repainted in Palestinian colours in solidarity with the people of Gaza. What do you think of this, people, as Irish people?
Not surprised with
No,
the
but
kind
for
of
God's sake.
the Northern Irish, kind of the more, I guess, the Catholic side, and you know, in the Republic of Ireland, there is that strong affinity for like many decades with what's been happening in the, you know, in the greater Israeli Palestinian kind of conflict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the whole thing with the murals in the north, like the north has got a lot of murals.
Oh,
like
yeah,
with
loads.
Oh,
the
yeah.
with the paddies and the
Yeah.
the
I've been to
non-paddies, so
Northern
to speak.
Ireland.
And it's kind of quite a normal thing to see
Yeah.
this sort of stuff, you know.
Yeah. I just wondered what you thought about them changing that particular.
Oh, I'm sure
Because
it'll
that's
get
quite
changed.
famous, isn't it? The new dairy thing.
Yeah,
The free dairy.
it's pretty edgy, all right. Like, you know what I mean? It's usually either hugely kind of, you know, like hugely Catholic or like hugely like loyalist, like, you know, to the crown. So the fact that we've kind of got this, you know, Palestinian kind of affinity, it is interesting because that's not usually the case with these particular murals. Like they're very much kind of, you know, reminiscent of the Troubles. So this sort of changes.
Changes it a bit, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Soldier says advertising terrorist season again. It could be. Well, actually, here's the point. Is this pandering to terrorism?
Well, Hamas are terrorists, so...
You know, you tell me. Because, I mean, let's face it. An act did occur on the 7th of October, regardless of who you think did it or not, 2023. And it was horrific. I've seen the entire behind the scenes video. I don't know if you guys have. If you haven't, I would strongly urge you not to bother watching it because it is horrific. It is horrific. And I didn't get the sense that it was propaganda because it was raw and uncut. Well, certainly the version I saw. So I'd be very, very loath to say that nothing really happened there because it certainly did. And yeah, now, whether you take Israel's actions as appropriate and proportionate, that's another question altogether, you know? And I think last week we spoke about Emma Watson, remember? And she said, you know, it's okay to act. And I mean, I found her quite cogent when she said it. She said it's okay to understand that you are against terrorism and still be against what's happening to the people in Gaza, you know? But do we get to the point where if we pander to terrorism too much, do we end up encouraging it? Because then there's no repercussions. It's like, for instance, when Starmer recognises Palestine as a state, without any concessions. Does that pander to terrorism? Because Hamas had to do nothing to get that, other than hang on to people that they'd taken hostage. So that would give the message that terrorism worked. Well, and this guy in the corner here shaking Donald's hand is the chop the heads off guy.
Is that the Syrian guy?
Yeah. He's the guy that's normally seen with a head in each hand.
Oh, that one.
And now he's a diplomat, you know. So
He's revolved door like this was the guy. I think I mentioned that in the the chat the other week to you guys. He was the one with the mega $1 million like bounty on his head, somewhat up to 10 years ago. Now the revolved door happens and he's a head chopper in a suit. Like it's just it's absolutely crazy who Western so-called democratic states and superpowers will deal with to achieve their particular aims or also on behalf of other people. I mean, it's absolutely insane seeing those sorts of pictures. It's crazy.
Yeah. None of it, because this is the other thing, and that got on my that kind of gets on my nerves about this. And then obviously remember Sonia Poulton called me a shill and all that kind of stuff, because of the whole Gaza Israel thing. It's like, look, one, why do we have to pick a side? That's the first thing.
Yep, exactly.
Two, I don't like this whole thing. So obviously, like, you've got the guy from Syria, who obviously literally was, as you said, David, he was like a head chopper, and now everyone's going around shaking his hand, almost forgetting like what he did, do you know what I mean? That's just not like, that's like a serious thing. And to me, in my eyes, and I kind of got into a this and that with various people on X, especially just in relation to Keir, nobody else, but I'm sure people of those other countries, whether it's France or back home in Ireland or whatever, the ones that have recognized Palestine, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of saying, well, actually what you've done is okay, and we're kind of like rewarding you for it. And like, what is happening with those hostages? And look, and what is happening in Gaza, like with kids and civilians and all that. I don't want kids and people being blown to smithereens, and same in Israel. I don't want people getting grabbed and all that, all that kind of stuff. It all has to stop. But obviously there's a thing on the table now with Trump. Has that been accepted by Hamas? Are the hostages?
It's been rejected. It's been rejected.
Oh, it's been
Hamas.
rejected, and there you go. And then they're all saying, well, da da da. So it's just like, to me, it just seems like it's kind of like
I just
giving them a pat on the back, a handshake for saying, you're grand what you're doing, carry on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, no, I understand exactly where you're coming from.
I just want it all to stop. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on a little bit, okay? We can then, he's a moderate according to the BBC. In my opinion, he's pretty extreme, says Soldier. I think you're talking about
who's a moderate?
I'm assuming Soldier's talking about the head chopper guy. Yeah, if he's a moderate,
that's the new name, a moderate. Yes,
yeah,
moderate rebels.
That's the
Soldier
BBC
spot on
you.
with that. Yeah,
he is. Yeah, it's like there was a $14 million bounty on this guy's head, dead or alive.
They've been using that particular terminology in linguistic sophistry for years, ever since the initiation of the the Syrian conflict. Say, I think it was in 2010 or 2011 when it really took off, and that's they refer to these mad Wahhabi head choppers as moderate rebels. It's absolutely disgusting. Let's call them for what they bloody well are.
It is, and I'll say more in a minute. Antifa. So Donald has.
Yes, he has.
Donald has declared Antifa a terrorist organization, and this chap, he knows why. So what happened, Shalini? What happened to this?
Oh Antifa. No, they firebombed poor Ice-T's truck, tour bus. Bloody idiots. And it's like, that wasn't ICE, as in like the federal, whatever they are, federal.
No.
Is this a real story? It's not
it is. It's totally real, because I saw an X and I kept thinking, this has got to be a joke, right? And no, it was actually true. They thought it was ICE, as in the people who were doing all the return the illegals. But it was Ice-T's.
And they've set his bus on fire.
They firebombed his bus.
They're not the sharpest tools in the box.
No.
This is the problem. Antifa is is what? A loose collection of local activists that are probably funded by, and this is just pure speculation, pure speculation, probably funded by Soros or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was quite funny.
That's a
Idiots.
crazy story.
I know. I'm sure IC was like, "What's happened to my bus, dude?"
Oh, Buckeye for Life has chimed in on the vertical chat. What did you say about Portland, you idiots? Well, we never said anything about Portland. We just
No,
said
never said anything about Portland. Was not mentioned once. Get your facts straight, young man or young lady.
Yeah, buckle up. Pin your ears back. Right, moving on. Early police reports indicate the man, no description, giving set off a bomb, perhaps accidentally killing himself. This was in Germany and shut down Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah, shut it down, didn't it? Completely. Yeah. I remember this one. I was thinking, no, surely not, because like Oktoberfest is massive, right? I've never been, obviously. But
I've been. It's fucking brilliant.
How dare they disrupt the beers and the breakfast?
I know,
that is alcohol abuse. That is disgraceful.
They drink it out of steins as well, and
but that's those really huge ones, isn't it? Yeah, they're bigger than me.
I just read in what is it like? It's taken us 3 days to get to Munich. This is a story in itself. 3 days from Munich to Munich from Ayr in Scotland.
Oh my God.
We were staying with a guy who worked for the CIA in his flat in Munich.
I knew it. Sarge,
this better be in the book. What's happening with the goddamn book?
and we went to the beer festival. I had 4 steins and a chicken, and I was wiped out.
Yeah,
wasted. And you know what? I woke up the next morning and never felt that bad. Because there's less toxins, and Germans are very particular about their beer. Can't put crap in it. Yep. So the police suspect it's not over, but this guy obviously triggered the device himself, which is always a danger. So it's Buckeye for Life says, sorry, you guys are right. Just got the tail end of the story. My apologies. Hey,
that's absolutely
Buckeye,
fine.
No problem.
Buckeye, welcome to the show.
Hey, Buckeye, I think you should send a nice little donation to the Sarge.
Yes, I think so too. That's an excellent idea, David. Boolabus.
$20, mate. $20 USD.
Terrible.
Let's go.
That's terrible. Saying things like that. But let me just put the link in the chat.
Great. I think it's probably great.
Just in case.
Put the link up, Sarge.
I'll put the link in the chat for you.
But anyway, this thing in Germany, like what happened at such an amazing part of German culture, like that festival. Germany is in an absolute hoop. It is disgraceful. Yeah. Germany, Australia. I don't even want to go and visit there anymore with all this sort of crap that's going on. Like
it's beautiful as well. I love Germany.
Terrible. Yeah.
So so obviously I'm not working anymore. I'm not going to say who my employer was, but anyway, so I was in Germany. I was in Berlin actually. It was part of a work trip last year, although that was the kind of maybe the slight jolly up part of it. But anyway, that's another story.
Team building exercises, yeah.
Good grief. Anyway, I'm not with the woke brigade anymore. Thank God. Anyway, so I'd last been in Berlin for.
Chat are having a go at me about the chicken. Soldier says, hopefully the chicken was okay. Trip had said Grumpy realised he'd had a chicken when he woke up with it.
Oh no. So I'd last been in Berlin, like in my 20s or whenever it was, but it was a long time ago. But I'm telling you, it was so run down. There was like, how a bit like how London is now. There was graffiti everywhere. Everywhere was looking really run down. There was so many homeless people. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what's happened here? And everybody's like, oh, this is so great. They were like, my colleagues were like, oh, this is like, it's so cool and it's so diverse. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, I was here when I was in my 20s. I said, it's turned into a dump. They were all like looking at me.
I mean, it's past the watershed. Like, you could say shithole.
Okay, it was a shithole. I was like, oh my God, like what has happened? Yeah, it just looked really terrible. It was so depressing, really. But yeah, all those idiots were like, oh, this is so cool. I was like, no, it bloody isn't. Anyway, sorry. You can move on now.
Yeah, well, we moved on ages ago. But,
oh, sorry.
No, I only moved on because the other slide was longer, so it was taking up some of your lovely face. Anyway, breaking. A woman went undercover into the Gaza Flotilla. She recorded everything and has exposed the entire organisation.
What?
The activists are on camera admitting that it's all for PR and that the funding is from Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood. Now,
No, this is
I wouldn't be surprised.
Greta's boat trip.
I wouldn't be surprised either way, though, because
No.
the propaganda that comes out of both these organisations is, well,
Crazy.
it's constant. It's constant. I mean, there was one today about some kid that was emaciated and all that, and like the poor guy's disabled and he's got some other condition that's causing him to die, right? I mean, this kid is really bad, and you know they use it for PR. And they do this all the time. You see that, and yet when the kids on the beach, those kids weren't exactly starving. They were running about like idiots.
Yeah.
You know.
Indeed.
You know, both
I don't know.
sides
It
do
depends on who is the source of that kind of claiming. It's
exactly.
You kind of have to dig a little bit more, because the thing is, guys, I follow quite a lot of, true independent media outlets out there, and I saw some individuals from one of the the different flotillas that are on the way to Gaza and have been attacked with like kind of chemicals and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a guy that people should check out. His name is Patrick Henningsen of 21st Century Wire.
Oh, I remember him when he used to be on UK Column. Is he still going? Because he left like UK Column. I don't watch UK Column anymore.
Well, he's
he
back
left
and forth.
ages.
But his show last Sunday was interviewing two individuals. One of the guys was Irish. I think he was from Cork or County Cork, and there was another Italian-German lady, I think. But like from what I saw and made out, it seemed to be like very independently kind of funded. It was from many various like European sources. It did not appear to like reek of kind of Hamas or Muslim Brotherhood. So I think it's one of those things you have to dig a little bit deeper. You got to check. You got to be a bit of a source bro with this sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think you're 100% right, David. And to be fair, I don't think this is funded by Hamas or the Muslim Brotherhood. I think this is do good and lefties.
I'm not saying
they're making a difference. You know what I mean?
Couldn't be. I'm not saying that's entirely impossible, but
my gut is saying this is rich, do-gooding lefties who think they're making a difference and aren't.
I actually like even from like when Greta was younger, I actually kind of feel sorry for her in a way, because I think it's almost kind of like, it's weird. It's kind of like a form of kind of like abuse almost. I don't know.
Groomed, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
He was groomed to be a climate activist. There's no doubt in my mind. Because
she's never really had like a proper childhood. Because she's always been like, she did her first little campaign with her placard and all that kind of stuff.
Did you check out her parents when she was growing up? They were.
In the previous years, I think her mum was like formerly kind of theatrical or like opera singer. There's a lot of stuff in the background with the parents and some very interesting individuals who have surrounded themselves as Greta Thunberg's handlers. You got to look at the handlers, the people that you're not seeing who are behind the scenes. It's very interesting.
Are her parents quite well to do then?
Oh. Well, they're kind of that arty, well-off liberal group
type.
But was one of
even
her
more
handlers
well-off now?
Yeah, definitely well-off now. But wasn't one of her handlers a Rothschild?
Oh, was it?
A female Rothschild?
Not too sure. I cannot verify that right now.
I can't verify either, but I'm thinking I picked that up at some point. Trip Hazard says, Governor Blair, lucky guys.
Oh, I know. He just never goes, just go away, Blair. Bloody evil devil man.
It's like the devil never disappears, does he? He's
always there. The COOF vaccine czar, the recommended vaccine czar by Nigel Farage is
I know.
Wants to be another, a kind of a king of Gaza, like alongside Trump. It's just what a batshit bonkers.
Well, think of the money.
Seriously.
Think of the money that's. I mean, this is America. This is American policy. Rubblize a place, then move your corporations in to rebuild it.
But hope that this is the thing that they were thinking about with the coalition of the willing in 2011 with Libya and the fall of Tripoli and like Colonel Gaddafi. I remember that on Sky News. It was like the newscasters, like the pundits, presenters were saying, you have all these big wig business guys saying, gentlemen, pack your bags. This is the new Dubai. And I would absolutely imagine they could well do the same with Gaza as well. Pack your bags. We're gonna proverbially nuke it, and we're gonna rebuild it into this bloody Mecca.
Look at Trump. Trump's already drawn the plans up for the the riverside, the seaside casinos, hasn't he? Anyway,
Yeah.
Let's move on. Move on. So apparently, this guy, I think from the Israeli Navy, who obviously boarded the vessel, said that there wasn't any aid on it. Now we saw them putting the aid in waterproof containers and throwing 3 of them overboard, right?
We did.
And one of those containers had 2 tons of baby milk in it. But I think that was just propaganda for the cameras, you know. I really think it's more of a propaganda exercise than anything.
Well,
it's just I mean, like, and you can understand that. That's fine. You know, you want to get people's eyes on it. I mean, you're never going to make a difference. You're never going to be able to break the blockade, and you're never going to be able to get any aid there. So I don't think we've well taken any, to be fair. And like this guy saying, he could be propaganda from the other side, but he's saying there's nothing on these ships. And certainly when you saw any footage from inside the boats, there's plenty of them all sitting around, you know, singing Kumbaya or whatever. But there's
do people still sing? Okay, question for the troll room. Do people still sing Kumbaya?
I don't know. But, you know, I'm old, you know. But they're like, there was never any footage of them showing you where the aid was. They
they all look like they're in their 20s. Well, anyway, 20s and 30s.
And somebody posted, who was it? Somebody on Twitter, and he was very close to the bone because he was 100% right. And he said these kids all look like the kids that got killed on 7th of October. You know, because they were all sitting around singing.
Same age.
Yeah. Different circumstances. Anyway, moving on. Young Scottish girl, and I think this was an incredibly selfish act of her, right?
What's this?
This is hundreds of people have called for the protection of a Scottish university student who's taking part in a global Samud flotilla, right?
The flotilla's okay.
Well, Edinburgh University student, the universities are in. So she's taken a place at university and then fucked off on a flotilla where she's been at sea for God knows how long, totally denying someone else that place. I think that's really selfish.
That's actually not fair.
That's not fair.
No, it's not fair at all. She could have, if she knew she was going to do this, I don't know. It's like
she should have taken a year out.
Yeah, Can you just like defer and they'll keep your place or something, or do you have to reapply? I don't know.
You can defer, if they allow that. You don't necessarily have to hold on to your place. You could just defer, have it kind of held like that way for a year instead of being active, but like not going to your classes, saying, "Oh, I'm going on a flotilla instead." Yeah.
That's not on.
Sentenced to 50 months, says Beats and Types.
Sorry, say what did
Diddy has just been sentenced to 50 months.
Oof.
What's that? Just over 4 years.
That's pretty. That's just pretty minimal.
That's pretty well. 4 years. What did you expect him to get more? I'm surprised he got 50 months. To be honest,
there's plenty of time to stock up on baby oil in it.
He'll serve 30% of that at best. Lauren in the vertical chat gives us a P. That obviously means something. What does a P mean? Is that a smiley winking face or something?
Could be a pina colada. P for pina colada. Cheers. Yeah.
This I thought was one of the most ironic statements I've read for a long time. China says the United Nations must terminate membership of Israel for its inhumane actions in Gaza. China!
Really? Uyghurs? The Chinese social credit system, anyone? Hello?
Tibet?
Tibet, yes.
So it's pot calling kettle. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's a better way of saying it, David, yeah.
Isn't it just, hello pot, this is kettle.
How do you do?
Yeah, Chairman Mao, anyone? Yeah.
Back to the UK, and Starmer and all that, and his digital light. Well, what Starmer said was telling a Chinese takeaway owner to go home. That's not pride, that's racism. PM Keir Starmer says. Telling a Chinese takeaway owner to go home.
But did that actually happen though, or was that just a made up thing?
No, it's just made up stuff that he's saying. Those who say people that have lived here for generations should be deported or the enemy. Well, right. Nobody's saying that, Keir, right? And nobody's telling the Chinese to go home. The Chinese...
Farage never said that. Reform haven't said that.
Oh, I know.
Nobody said it, right?
Starmer.
The Chinese never grumble right? They never grumble about there not being many Chinese MPs. You ever hear China giving you a hard time? Ever hear the Chinese giving you a hard time? Unless you're trying to rob their takeaway. Never, right?
Or you won't pay in cash.
They don't complain about no Chinese.
cash
Cash only. We take cash only. You like flying lice? You pay cash. so no Chinese newsreaders? Who cares? Chinese actors in soaps? Nah, nobody cares. Despite being one of our oldest communities, they work hard and are overlooked by DEI schemes because they stay at school. They do. And they get good grades and they go to uni and they work. They do work.
Yeah. Just get on with life in society, full assimilation, integration, and just get on with it in British society. Yeah, absolutely.
They are top of the table for claiming fewest benefits in the UK.
Oh, there you go.
Fewest benefits. And this boat was spotted in Liverpool. Which I think is quite...
That was the first image I spotted when you brought it up on the screen, Mr. Grumpy.
which I think is quite interesting. It's got David Lammy, and the rest of the Labour Party, and obviously he's gone with some kind of variation on their names and come up with Labia, which I think is lovely. Overheard... sorry.
I was just saying, honestly, don't get me started on David Lammy. He's just thicker than two planks, mate. I mean, what was it he said about Farage? Flirting with the Hitler Youth, and then he backtracked it. It's like, Lammy, you mate are not the sharpest tool in the box.
Do you remember?
Go do a Google search,
dude. Do you remember when he was standing there and saying, you never see any cops patrolling the streets anymore, and there was a cop on the street behind him looking at him.
What a numpty.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
So, overheard at the Labour Party conference, we do the door knocking, get told to F off. It's a daily F off now because everyone hates us.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Take the
They
hint.
very much do. You are correct. TV adverts overrepresent black people and ignore over 70 study finds. So a study was done.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked to tell you.
We're right. We are right. The
We said this years ago.
The analysis was carried out by the agency Tapestry, which audited over the top 500 adverts shown across all stations over 2 4-week periods. More than half the commercials featured black people, according to the 2021 census. 4% of the population of England and Wales are black. The representation of disabled, elderly, and pregnant people was lagging behind that of people of colour. Disabled people were included in just 4% of TV adverts, despite them making up almost 18% of the population. 18% of the population is disabled.
I think the industry is just gone batshit crazy, like with this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Black British entertainers like in the industry. I think this is very damaging for them and other ethnic minorities in the industry, because they're like, oh, I got this gig, but it's just token. It's tokenism, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of it's not good, like, kind of for everyone involved, like, with the over representation. This is a really contentious, like, topic, but for those particular Black British actors who are getting these particular roles in adverts, it's completely undermining those who have got kind of great skill, like, and ability. It's just like, oh yeah, I got the gig from my agent. It's probably because, like, I'm black, and that's it. It's like they don't want my skills. They just want me because I'm just suitable because of my skin color. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it's absolutely crazy. The industry is just the ents biz is just fucked. And it really is.
Yeah. And again, ironically, Jack Thorne, the creator of hit Netflix series Adolescence, has called for a self-examination from advertising bosses following the study.
What, read that again, John. A self-examination study, did you say?
He has called for a self-examination from advertising bosses. They should be looking at their adverts and thinking, well, we're over-representing black people. This is the guy who represented a black person with a white person.
Well.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, moving on. Joy Reid, speaking of black people, right? And, I'm not having a go at black people. I'm just pointing out a few things. Joy Reid says, when my mother came from Guyana, she realised it was not a land of opportunity for people like us.
whatever.
Yannon average salary $5,200. Joy Reid's latest salary $3 million.
She's
Not
basically
allowed?
lived and achieved a type of an American dream and then some, and yet she's just playing. This is just that's what draws a lot of criticism. But people like
Yeah.
Joy Reid and more, they feed off this as well, and they just throw it back and say, "Oh, you're being racist." It's like
They do feed off it, and here we go. Yeah, the door should swing both ways, Soldier. It should. You're right, but I don't think it does yet. Joy Reid warns Americans of MAGA plans. No income tax, no regulations. Earn as much as you want and leave it to your children with no taxes. That's the world they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, good grief.
I mean, let's face it. If we look at the wealthiest nations in the world, none of them tax their citizens.
Yep.
You know? If you're
Yeah.
talking about pure wealthy nations, none of them tax their citizens.
It's an interesting state of affairs, right? When you have, one of the biggest rulers of, again, the sun really, pardon the gut of the bun, Dubai in UAE is made out to be this sort of like kind of behemoth or Mecca. When you look at it a bit more, it's really kind of not, you know what I mean? It does become tarnished over time. But even one of their biggest leaders says that, just the income tax, this is just ridiculous. This is just silly, like, you know what I mean? And that's the sort of thing that I listen to. And they're actually doing pretty damn well over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've got Rachel from Customer Services.
And then speaking about racism having a two-way door,
Oh, yeah.
Jamal Bowman, the reason why heart disease and cancer and obesity and diabetes are bigger in the black community is because
it's
of the stress
racist.
we carry from having to deal with being called the N-word directly or indirectly every day.
Yeah, when you call each other that, get lost.
That's exactly my point. The only people I've ever heard calling anyone that are blacks to blacks. That's the only people I've ever heard using.
So nothing to do probably with any of the crap food people eat. No.
I forgot like table salt and excess sugar was racist. Like I forgot about that, guys. Like these two things.
Yeah,
are
I'm
like
gonna
racist,
I'm gonna check. I think my condiments or whatever the hell you call it in the kitchen are racist. Oh yeah, saw this video.
11-year-old screams obscenities at cops for doing their job. It's not cute or empowerment. It's the collapse of discipline.
Yeah.
This is what happens when victimhood is taught louder than values. And I tend to agree with us. Call
I
it
saw a
what
little
you
bit of
want.
that earlier on. That looked a bit crazy. Yeah.
But when parents pass chaos to their kids, instead of teaching them proper values.
Kids learn everything from their folks.
They do.
You learn everything. You learn everything at home. First and foremost. Per child.
Anyway, let's
move on.
We're still on black people for some reason. I don't know what happened. Zachary died after climbing on top of a subway train. Who is to blame?
Climate change.
Yeah.
Zachary,
it's climate change. If you open the blinds too quickly in the morning, you're gonna have a heart attack.
It's like
I better watch out for that one, eh?
Don't climb on subway trains, people. Don't do it.
Good, but it's like saying when people used to say, when you were a kid, well, they probably don't say it anymore. Shalini, would you go play in the road? That used to be annoying.
I know, go play in the traffic. That's what your parents used to say to you, and YouTube. That's just a factual statement. Your parents used to tell you to go and play in the traffic.
In the road.
I mean, to put a little bit more kind of, it's an absolute tragedy that a young man with his whole life ahead of him, has died. But these sorts of clickbait and bloody
headlines.
That's
a Darwin Award.
Hang on,
mate,
can I just?
It's
it
crazy.
Really is.
Can I just ask a question now? I'm just going to take a bit of a punch at this one. Was this a TikTok thing?
Yes, it was. It was a TikTok thing.
he did. It was a TikTok dare or something like that, was it? And
it was a trend, wasn't it, on TikTok?
Oh dear.
So yeah, you're right. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Zachary that was to blame for that one. But this is the problem when you're in a victimhood culture. I mean, look at these people that get killed by people defending themselves, and then they sue the people that killed them. You know, their families sue.
No.
I mean, that's just crazy. That's just a complete victimhood culture.
I know.
So,
Liberals are now what? I can't read that.
Liberals are now attempting to cast Montezuma's revenge curse on federal agents at the ICE facility near Chicago. They appear to be trying to use witchcraft.
You could feel the magic through the screen. Is that what they're doing in Jedburgh in Scotland as well, John?
Oh, Jesus.
Can you feel the juju, mate? The juju's coming your way, mate.
It's so pathetic, isn't it? I mean, somebody needs to just deport these people. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Americans here illegally as well.
I think Trump has done something or other now where the ICE facilities now have got this extra protection since that shooting in, you know, in or the guy on the reef in Dallas or wherever it was. I think it was Dallas, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on. Let's get away from this. So here's one for missing in 411 or whatever. Search called off for missing boy in Crow's Nest Pass. Darius presumed dead. RCMP have called off their search for 6-year-old Darius McDougall, who went missing in the Crow's Nest Pass on September the 21st.
Sorry, is that Canada, is it? Somewhere?
Yeah, it's in Canada. Okay. While on a walk with family members. He was last seen on Sunday morning walking with his siblings near Island Lake Campground, about 4 kilometres south of Crow's Nest Pass and roughly 250 kilometres south of Calgary. So it's pretty much a national park. Canada's pretty much a national park at that point.
It's grim.
So he's either been taken
or he's fallen.
He's either been taken or he's been taken by an animal. I would
Possibly
say
a bear or something.
Yeah, and it's like people are always saying it's like, what's his name? That guy, the ex-cop, that guy that did Missing 411. You know, we did rabbit holes about it, and it's like he keeps going on about these people disappearing in national parks and thinking, and you know, the implied thing is that it's aliens or they're going through some portal to another dimension, right?
And a lot of the time, it's, as you say, it is probably animals.
Yeah, because how often do you come across a dead bear?
Not very often, I would have thought.
Exactly. David Paulides, you're right, Chris. That's who it was. David Paulides. But yeah, you never come across a dead bear. And I mean, I once came across a dead bird on the driveway. And it was, I think what had happened is another bird had taken it from a nest, obviously with the intention of eating it, and had dropped it en route. And it had landed on my driveway. But it was tucked away in the corner. And I thought, I'm just going to leave that there and see what happens. Right. Within a week, it was gone.
Oh, right. Okay. So something had come and taken it.
No, I mean, nothing came and took it. It just disappeared. Literally, every day I would go out and there was less and less and less of it because of microbes and ants. And
I see. Sorry, it was breaking. I mean, in other words, it was breaking down.
It had completely gone within a week. There was just the bones left, and that was it.
Very sad stuff.
So just as it's cryptids, not wild animals. You never see cryptids lying dead in the woods either, do you?
You go down to the woods.
Sad story about that little boy. So that
it is
the case where it was an animal or something kind of got.
He might have maybe he fell or something, and then
But the RTMP have called off the search, but they've said we're still here for him.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. That's just sick. That's just trying to be too nice, you know. Right. Say no, thanks to Starmer's Brickcard. So Brickcard's getting Brickcards to be rebranded. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw a tweet about that. It's like, do you think we're stupid or something?
Yeah. So I mean, this is the guy behind it.
Oh, Dodgy McSweeney.
Mike Morgan, and I'm not letting this go because this is the story. Morgan McSweeney is the story, not Brickcard, right? Not digital ID. Digital
the admin
ID,
error is the story of 730 grand. That's
and there's
story.
More. Apparently, there's more behind it as well. There's undue influence in other places. So there's somebody else been investigating this.
I don't know how a guy like that kind of got into that position in Downing Street, especially with his familial links to the Irish Republican Army as well.
Oh, does he? I didn't know. I knew he was Irish, but I didn't know he had
Yeah.
any. Like, I didn't really know. I don't really know an awful lot about him, to be fair.
Grandparents, possibly kind of grandfather.
Seriously?
I
Get
have to
out.
do some kind of hard verification of that, but
Oh,
it kind of
okay.
reminds me, kind of, of. I think it's the the newest head of of SIS of MI6. This
This
lady,
woman?
and she's got some
Yeah.
very interesting kind of family links connected to Nazism, National Socialism.
does,
I think it was the grandfather or one of her previous family members
Wow.
was called like a butcher or something like that. So it strikes me how these individuals find their way into Whitehall, into the British state. Like when
Weird.
you would imagine such individuals and backgrounds are kind of like checked. Like it's very strange times, but I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna crack a joke about these bloody evil gingers like McSweeney. Like, honest to God, they're just excuse my language. They're as dodgy as fuck. They're so fucking dodgy. They're like.
You're right though, but what is it with gingers? Because it's always them that are reverts as well.
Yes.
It's always gingers. I think it's because people just don't like them. So, Labour has given a green light to the use of facial recognition cameras across country. Did I not tell you this like 3 days ago? Sarah Jones, Minister for Policing, says the technology is to be rolled out to all police forces for use everywhere. Big Brother is here. Person of interest. This is it. And this will cause nothing but fucking problems.
It is. I absolutely agree, John. Just think about the false positives and the absolute shittery that is going to be dragged up for that.
Yep.
And I mean, you're going to see like lawyers, solicitors, and barristers are going to be like rubbing their hands over the the amount of money they're going to make from the absolute shittery that comes out of this is going to be unreal. And I hope people that get, sorry to say, people are going to get caught up in this. And if you are someone out there and you get caught up in this, you take those bastards to the cleaners. I'm sorry, it's going to be taxpayers' money that they're going to be awarded regarding these false positive like cases. But like justice must be served. Take them to the fucking cleaners over this.
Do it, because this can't be allowed to stand. It just cannot. Soldier says mass data plan cancelling en masse as a protest. Yeah, certainly something to consider. And let's face it, do you really need a phone? A smartphone these days? I mean, why? Why use a smartphone at all?
Maybe it's time to go back to dumb phones.
I think what's also concerning, this kind of ties into BritCard and like national, identity systems, like with the live facial recognition kind of like cameras. I mean, we are living in modern data breach Britain. It is sorry folks, I'm going to swear again. It's a fucking mess. According to TSBS, the cybersecurity breach survey back in between 2023 to 2024, there were 8.58 million cybersecurity incidents for businesses. I'm guessing that figure has gone the uptick in the last couple of years. Now, this is coming from gov.uk figures between 2023 to 2024. You think that, kind of hackers are going to go, oh, no, I'm not going to touch a police national database or a database, like regarding live facial recognition. No, we're not going to go near that. Of course they bloody well are.
Well, I mean, all we need to do is look at countries that have already implemented it and how many times they've been hacked. I think India's been hacked 18 times.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that before.
Millions of people have been compromised in India. Millions.
Their Aadhaar system has been a nightmare when it comes to that. Yeah, but you don't hear about that too much.
These are the guys. These are the top tier guys that we have working in our IT and our banks and our massive corporations like Amazon doing all the back end programming. These are the guys doing it. The fucking Indian call center guys.
John's talking about kind of copy and paste tech bros. That's what you're talking about now.
I am. These are the guys that put that shit in, because you think Accenture pays top wages for people when they can have a sweatshop in India that's churning out their code in half the time and a tenth of the money.
Hey, John, that's a bit harsh on Indians, John. What have they ever done to you, eh?
Oh, they've caused fucking nothing but living hell. You ever tried managing Indians? It's a complete nightmare. It is literally like herding cats.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
It's because they won't tell you the truth.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep
so
moving.
what do you think of this? The beacher,
I saw this.
I thought this was fantastic. There was a time-lapse video of the guy doing it.
Yeah, it was really good.
And now the police turned up to investigate it.
Oh, God almighty.
What's the guy? He's made a shape on sand. What's he done?
Who gives a fuck? Exactly.
Exactly. He made a shape on sand.
Oh, good grief.
Can you imagine that during COVID restrictions? With the Coronavirus Act 2020, can you imagine someone like kind of did like, hello.
What's going on here then?
Yeah. What's all this then? So, right, here we go. Serious stuff. There's a lot of serious stuff tonight. We need to get into the funny soon. Oh, we're getting there. US to provide Ukraine with intelligence for long-range strikes in Russia. A Wall Street Journal report.
Cut me shocked. It's like a bit of deja vu here. Like, they might as well give them the bloody missiles, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence. So US provided Ukraine with intelligence. So it's like basically like NSA, CIA.
It's like
we'll be in touch.
No, if the US don't give them the data, they can't fire the missiles. It's like, we'll give you the missiles, but we'll only give you the data that lets you fire it as far as your border or just into Russia. So the US needs to be able to provide them the data. Let's be honest here. Ukrainians can't fucking work these things. These are complex machines, right? These aren't being fired by the Ukrainians. They've been fired by American soldiers in Ukraine that are doing this. And this might explain why Denmark is looking for 10 missing soldiers. Not Denmark, Norway is looking for 10 missing soldiers that went missing on an exercise in the Arctic and they can't find them anymore. Oh. Maybe they got fucking wiped out in Ukraine and they need a plausible explanation for why, for their families as to why these guys are dead. I wouldn't put it past it,
It's pretty concerning stuff. I mean, if you look at the distance between Kiev or Kyiv, sorry, Kyiv,
just
Kyiv.
Call it Kiev, mate.
Kiev. No, of course I'm going to call it Chicken Kiev.
Chicken Kiev.
I'm taking the piss out of the others who call it Kyiv. You've only got, I think it's somewhere between 600 to 800 kilometers.
It's not far.
Between Kiev and like Moscow. That just kind of shows you like the dangers of like this conflict as well. It's crazy stuff.
Is St. Petersburg not like only 200 kilometers away or something?
Something like that. Check my geography.
Really
ask Ara, John.
No, I'm not asking Grok online. We'll end up in a lover's tiff again.
Uh-oh.
Right, moving on. Shalini brought this to my attention. You've got all the info on this, darling, haven't you?
I've got a little bit. Well, so it's called the Children Wellbeing and Schools Bill. So potentially, just to kind of give it to you in a nutshell, because I can't be bothered to read all the stuff I wrote down.
Yeah, just give it to us in a nutshell. A synopsis, if you will.
It's basically the government wants to share lots of data on your kids, but the kicker is there's going to be a unique identifier, so like a unique number, and it's for kids. So it doesn't matter if like it's going to be I'm assuming like a database type of thing. So whether you homeschool or whether your kids are at school to do welfare, it's to go through all the services. So there'll be like records on your kids. You'll have to hand over any kind of like specific sensitive characteristics or information about your kids. Stuff could be recorded about your children. So for example, obviously there's been a lot of things that's come to light recently, like there was that young girl who went in for Culture Day or whatever you call it, and she was sent home because she was wearing a Union Jack dress, or maybe there's a discussion about, I don't know, about immigration or something, and the kid says, well, me and my family think this, so that could potentially be recorded, and then maybe the parents' view could be recorded, and then could it be tracked to social services? So in a way, it's getting, obviously they know they can't get the digital ID with us because we're going to fight back, But with kids, it's different. They can't opt out for themselves, and you can't for this. You can't seem to opt out. So it's actually sounding a bit dodgy. And there were, from what I found, it's also saying that that records wouldn't necessarily be deleted, which seems a bit strange. So there is another petition going around on X. So if you see it, because this is being discussed at the minute, it's called the Children Wellbeing and Schools Bill.
Yeah, this is something I saw coming about a couple of months ago. I think it was the Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson kind of touted this regarding. It was when you said, Shalini, about a unique identifier. I think this could also be tagged in with the NHS. When I hear kind of unique identifier, kind of like my klaxon, like my radar kind of, goes up. I'm already, I mean, I have no kids, in the UK, full disclosure, but if I had a child at, primary, secondary school, I'm very uncomfortable with the use of biometrics in schools and kind of how that's evolved over the last, 10, 20 kind of like plus years. I would be one of those parents just signing a waiver saying, no, you're not using, my child's thumb digit or forefinger digit or kind of other aspects of like technology. It's not going to happen. I want them to be analog in terms of them paying for their bloody like school dinners. Like I am not comfortable with how schools approach this with biometrics. I don't think anyone who would have a kind of an idea of how these systems work, and then you see stories in the mainstream media about like, I think it was about a week ago, when I got back from, annual leave, about a nursery that was ransomware attacked.
Yes.
And the attackers that basically, the low hanging fruit was the data on these toddlers, and they got the parents' like data as well. And it was a really bloody like serious incident. Now it's kind of apples and oranges a little bit. I was talking about the unique identifier and biometrics like with primary schools. But that sort of thing could happen there as well. Going back to what I said, the UK is fertile ground for data breaches. It's modern data breach Britain. This sort of stuff with kids, unique identifiers, databases, people need to wake up. This is really not good stuff at all, folks.
But the other thing about it as well is it's the fact that it's because in their little thing, it says improve data sharing and there'll be a single unique identifier. So how far will the sharing go? And also, could things end up with social services if, people don't agree with what the parents are saying or the kid is saying at school? Like, where does it all kind of like end? Do you know what I mean? It's just
when you want to mitigate security, it's like with the NHS, decentralize, baby, decentralize is proper mitigation. You centralize, you have these specific, unique identifiers, you are asking for trouble.
Exactly.
I've got a confession to make.
Oh,
you are CIA, aren't you, you bastard? I bloody well knew it.
No, I'm not, but 20 years ago, right, I was in charge of the IT for South Ayrshire schools.
Uh-oh. Did you have a data breach?
No, we didn't have a data breach, but we were building a new school at Prestwick Academy, which is part of the public-private partnership thing. So it's one of these schools where one of the walls fell down, I think, later on, because they were built with shit bricks and concrete. But anyway, because everything's built down to a price. But I had a really good relationship with Microsoft and Cisco at the time. In fact, Microsoft used to fly me down to Reading to speak for them at conferences and stuff. And we were going to use Prestwick as a showcase. We're going to install facial recognition cameras and count the kids as they came in and out, so that we could identify if somebody wasn't at school. Then we could automatically send a message to the parents and things saying, such and such isn't at school and you haven't registered them as off.
Jesus.
And we thought this was
efficient, but it's creepy, isn't it?
We thought this was a great idea, and the teachers the teachers in the schools all thought it was a great idea as well. Microsoft and Cisco were really pumped up for it. They were going to do it basically, and the only people that fucking put the kibosh on it was the unions.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, I'm thinking, wow, fucking hell,
Good job they did.
That was like that was before I woke up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, because I just thought, we'll try and make things efficient, and
Yeah.
this is efficiency. I mean, one of the good things we did is we gave every teacher a phone, right?
Oh.
Not by putting in phone lines, because we couldn't afford that. By putting Microsoft Link in, and suddenly we'd replace what was a room full of electronics equipment for the phone system by a server, and that was it. And every teacher in every classroom had access to a phone, whereas before we only had one phone for the school if it was a primary school.
And was this access via Microsoft server or servers?
Yeah, it was Microsoft.
Jesus Christ.
Microsoft Link. We were right into it. I mean, and like I said, I had I know the guy who runs Microsoft, Stephen. God, I'll not say his name.
No,
but
don't.
I know the guy that runs Microsoft in the UK right now.
Yeah,
it was a personal friend of him.
So it's all your fault. It's all Grumpy's fault.
I used to go to the fucking Microsoft Bond Supper.
Did you guys not even kind of consider more open source, non-proprietary like Linux at all? Like
no,
Microsoft, dude, seriously?
No, but Microsoft was cheaper. Because we were education, but they give it to you for nothing. Linux would have cost us a fortune because the learning curve would have been so high.
Mate, that's one of the biggest problems of the NHS and like the central government as well. It's just, Microsoft is so cheap, it's efficient, and it works. Linux will fucking save them, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem with Linux is the learning curve is way too high.
What, when you're using Ubuntu or something like that, or like NHS Ubuntu is like
but everybody's been brought up in Microsoft.
It's time to deprogram this shit out of people.
Yeah, all your techs were I mean, I was fucking Microsoft certified. I'm Microsoft certified professional.
Did you use a terminal at all, mate? Did you use terminal?
Oh, all the time.
That's all right.
I mean, don't forget, I was when I went into IT, it was.
Sorry about the tech stuff, folks. So we'll move on to it.
When I retired from the place I went into IT, it was still 2000. You know.
Oh, okay.
So we were still running Windows 98.
MS 2000 shite.
Windows 90. We were running Windows 98 and NT4.
Oh, I remember Windows 98. Oh my god.
XPSP3 was all right, but 2000, mate.
NT4 was brilliant. And
you've woken up, though, Sergeant Grumpy. You've woken up.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
So, anyway, that's my confession over for the night. Right,
it's all Grumpy's fault.
I saw this meme today, and I quite liked the other day. I thought it was quite good.
Illegals and okay. Oh yeah, that is quite good actually.
Yeah, I thought it was quite witty. Now we must talk about the badgers.
What? Badgers?
The government's new planning bill is nothing short of a death sentence for badgers, and we like badgers.
I like badgers.
We like badgers on this channel because our friend Adam had badgers.
Yes, he did. Does he still? Oh, actually, I must ask him if he still has his badgers.
I mean, when I say we like badgers, we like looking at them. We don't want to get near them because they're smelly, fucking flea-ridden, disease-carrying bundles of shit. But apart from that,
they're grand.
So Part 6 of this Act will rip up the Protection of Badgers Act 1992, a law that's been safeguarding these animals and their sets for more than 30 years. So if the bill passes, developers will have the right to fucking bulldoze the badgers out.
I say leave the Badgers Act and just scrap the Climate Change Act, yeah? And lots of other legislation to boot.
Well said. Just leave the bloody badgers alone.
Leave the badgers alone.
I'm going to start a campaign.
Here's another petition.
Oh no.
Right, okay. A GP explains why the new online booking system will increase the workload of GP surgeries without any corresponding increase in resources. And the fact that the government has reneged on national standardised safety measures they originally promised to introduce alongside the new system. Now, I am coming to the conclusion that GPs are fucking retarded. Right? They are lazy, retarded, work-shy arseholes. Because ever since COVID, they have done fuck all.
Well, don't forget, John, you got the physicians' associates now, who are kind of like the plastic, kind of like GPs, yeah? You got those too.
But the thing is, right, I had friends who were GPs, and we would spend a lot of time with them, and they had to do things like on call. house visits.
Yeah,
You
house
know,
visits.
they would be on call once or twice a week for the surgery. You know, they would go out to emergencies.
Yeah, didn't they used to do house visits? Back
Yeah,
in
they
the
did.
day?
They did house visits. These guys did house visits as well. And this wasn't this long ago. That was only 20, 25 years ago. Now GPs, I've not seen a GP in fucking 5 years.
Did I last see a GP?
I mean, the last time I saw a GP was when I didn't see him. He phoned me and said, "Your cholesterol's high." And I goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I want to put you on a statin." And I goes, "No."
No, fuck off.
And he goes, "I'm on a statin." And I goes, "Well, I'm
Good
not."
for you.
And he goes, "Well, I'm going to prescribe them for you." And I goes, "Do what you fucking like, but I won't be taking them."
In the bin. Get in the bin.
Yeah.
In the
And I said,
bin.
I got I went to the chemist to get my prescription for other medication that I actually do need. But I went to the chemist and I thought, what the fuck's in here? And I opened it and I goes, "What's this?" And she goes, "Doctor prescribed that." And I goes, "I'm not taking these." She goes, "Do you want me to take them back?" And I goes, "Yeah." She took them back. And I said, "Don't bother reordering them. Just reorder the others."
Did they slip in a couple of blues for you, Sarge?
Fuck off. Fuck off.
I
Right.
couldn't help myself.
Anyway.
That one's for the troll room.
Drunk illegal immigrant who stabbed a man will not be deported and get 0 jail time.
Oh.
Ali O'Dowell, staying at the taxpayer-funded Britannia Hotel in Bournemouth, smashed a bottle and stabbed a man. Lucy Connolly got 31 months for a tweet. I don't think there's anything else to be said about that. There's no two-tier justice at all, is there? None.
No, next.
Nope. Next. German police are still looking for an anonymous person online who called this web user who called this German politician a fat bastard on social
Too many
media.
beers and bratwurst, folks. That's what
Look
it
at
can do to you.
fucking state of
Bratwurst is
that.
actually quite nice.
I thought I was fat. That puts me to shame.
Yeah, the German police, they do love to look for these individuals online. And I remember reading a story some time ago. It's like, if you feel that, any of your family members are kind of veering towards kind of conspiracy theorydom or something like that, you tell us about it and we'll have a little chat.
Yeah. I remember that guy, Ruby Yanka, or whatever his name was, the Welsh guy. The Welsh guy that caused all this consternation last year. Remember him?
Oh, the choir boy.
Yeah, the
Right,
Doctor
okay.
Who actor type.
Rudy Cabana. Yes.
Yeah, he was referred to Prevent 3 times and he did fuck all about it. So Prevent doesn't work. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, move on.
Boarding school drugs mule. Brit paraded by Thai police with meth worth.
Oh yeah, I heard about this the other day. Oh, it's
what did he have? Like 3?
What is it? FAFO.
Yeah, fuck around, find out.
Fuck around, find out.
That guy
Especially
is
in
not
Thailand.
worthy.
Good
That
grief.
guy's not worthy of a 70k a 70k year boarding school because he's stupid.
Jesus
No
Christ,
amount
well,
of money's gonna
Did he get caught at boarding school, or was this in Thailand?
No, he got caught in Thailand.
Oh,
He's
for
fucked.
God's sake!
He'll be in the Bangkok Hilton. He'll be passed around like a toy.
But that's death penalty area. He's going to get like bloody shot.
That's
or
what I.
something,
That's what I thought.
Hey.
Because they're super strict that part of the world now.
Yeah. I mean, you go there for sex tourism. You don't go there for drugs.
Hey, you said it, Sarge.
Hey! I hope Andy's not in the chat.
Who?
Your missus.
How? I've never been to Thailand.
Sure.
It's not somewhere I would go.
Okay.
No, I read an article once on a flight. I read an in-flight. You remember when aircraft used to produce it? Or airlines used to produce in-flight magazines. Yeah.
Yes.
And I remember reading this article, and there was this guy. There was 2 articles in it. One of them was all about an anal fissure that this guy had and how he got it completely not cured in Sweden. And then the next one, the next one was all about this guy who'd gone to Thailand, but what he'd done is he'd done a deep dive into the Thai culture, and they have no regard for white people whatsoever. They just rip the piss out of you at every opportunity. They'll be nice to your face, but if you marry one, she's just marrying you for ticket.
Hey mate, you got a bit of pish ripping when you were in Hong Kong as well. Admit that.
Oh yeah,
it goes all around Southeast
yeah.
and East Asia. You know what I mean?
Well, it was slightly different when we were in Hong Kong because we still fucking ruled it.
Oh yeah. That's it.
There it is until 1997.
We still ruled it. It was ours.
Well done, Tony Blair. Big clap for Tony Blair.
Boola bus.
Worst thing we could ever have done, give Hong Kong up.
Oh, I know. We should never have done.
It was a fucking brilliant place.
I remember
as
that.
well.
It was huge when that happened. It was all over the telly.
I mean, I was like, fucking hell, man. Why would you do that? My brother nearly joined the Royal Hong Kong Police. But yeah, why would you give up Hong Kong? It was a jewel. It was a jewel. And the thing is, the Hong Kong Chinese still consider themselves British. And quite rightly so, because they were brilliant. They actually were brilliant.
Yeah, my friend's missus, she came over on a BNO, on the old style passport, like to the UK. I think it was called the BNO passport.
Yeah.
Is that correct, John?
I think so.
The BNO, yeah.
But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant place. Brilliant place. Right. You're a Catholic. Are you a Catholic, Shalini? Lapsed or otherwise?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to out you. Right, but
I'm a
I'm
good
just
Catholic
Oh,
boy.
I,
What would you like to
I
ask
know.
me?
Why is he blessing the ice for crying out loud?
What's going on here? I'm
What the
lost.
hell? What's going? Why is he? Hang on, is this the new pope? I don't even know who the new. I don't even know who the new pope is.
Oh, Pope Leo. Shanti.
right, okay.
Shanti lived in Thailand for 4 years with no issues. That's good to know. No issues that you knew of.
Check his hard drives.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Why is the pope blessing ice? Anybody?
Maybe he's hoping it'll turn into wine. Something.
Well,
like
it says
that.
the blessing. The blessing of the waters by Pope Leo the
Whatever he is.
14th at today's Raising Hope for Climate Justice International Conference at Castel Gandolfo. This is like a fucking ice cream parlour, doesn't it? Castel Gandolfo.
Castel Gandolfo.
What a
Is that what
fucking...
Is that what they're reducing the Catholic Church to now? He's blessing bloody ice. Good grief.
Someone's got to do like a Photoshop job and that, and have like Greta in there, and I'm blessing Greta or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be.
Slush
Trip Hazard, Slushy Popey. Very good. Good one, Trip Hazard.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Slush Popey.
Oh, give me strength.
Right, okay. Back to sadness. We go from the highs to the lows.
Oh,
right,
no.
back to sadness. Here we go. Joanne Thompson, Canada's Minister of Fisheries, has denied an export permit to ship 30 beluga whales from marine land to the Chimlong Ocean Kingdom in China. A deal has been reached to export them. The minister said no. The whales will now likely be euthanized.
But why?
Because
No.
Canada is desperate for assisted dying, and it doesn't appear to matter what species you are.
Just leave the bloody beluga whales alone. What's wrong with these people?
I mean, even if China's going to take them, it's got to be better than killing them, surely.
For goodness sake.
Oh dear, this is not a good one for the nature lovers, for the sea lovers.
Apparently, even Norway were actually prepared to take them, but Canada said no. We will.
I think it's a sad. They should not be euthanized. That's absolutely
Oh, that's
cruel.
disgraceful.
It's a cruel story. Yeah,
Shocking, absolutely shocking.
Mm.
On the
Canada. for
back to
fuck's
the
sake.
highs, our man Gary Oldman.
Oh, yeah,
has
I saw
been
this,
made
yeah,
a
he's-
sir.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, I quite like Gary Oldman. I
Yeah,
have a lot
so
of time
do
for
I.
him. He's good. You ever watch Slow Horses?
Huh?
Have you ever watched Slow Horses?
Oh, I've not seen that one.
You have got to watch Slow Horses.
He's got a
Right,
great
I'm gonna make a
range.
note.
He's got a very good range. I remember him in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes,
from
so
do I. He was
1992.
He was brilliant in that. He was brilliant.
He was very good.
Where I really remember him from is Fifth Element.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was also very good as Churchill.
I think I've seen that.
Didn't see that, but yeah, going back to
Yeah, it
his
was very
range,
good.
it's huge. He's a great actor.
Well, you should
Yeah.
check him out in Slow Horses. I didn't recognise him when I started watching it. I thought, who the fuck is that guy? He looks
Oh,
familiar.
okay. I've made a
Yeah.
note in my book. One for Vaughan
Yeah,
to
Slow
download.
Horses. It's a TV series about MI5.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll see if I can get my Vaughan to find it. Although at the minute
It's
he's snoring.
fiction, but I think there's a little bit of truth in it. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Of course.
Oh, hang on. Was he in Soldier thingy Tinker Spy?
Tinker
Was
Tailor
he-
Soldier Spy?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was
I
good.
don't know.
It's about
Right.
time you got a knighthood anyway.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He really is great now.
So Soldier, ever the fucking pessimist. I mean, I thght I was.
Oh
bad,
no,
but
what's Soldier saying?
Ever the pessimist goes, "Sir equals pedo."
Oh, for goodness sake.
Right, here's one for you. 25 years ago, if you had to envisage what a tank of the future would look like, what would you have come up with?
Like a what of the future? Say that again. Sorry, I can't hear
tank.
you above Vaughn's snoring.
A tank of the future, okay? So one for you as well, Soldier. If you had
No
to
idea.
envisage a tank of the future, would you have come up with something that looked like this?
No! What the fuck?
No, it's anti-drone stuff now, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ! It's like looking at something out of District 9. Like,
Yeah, I
you
know, right? It's
You
an
just need
alien.
Vikas Mandamerova outside. Open up, MNU! You prawn, you bloody prawns!
Prawn.
Get out, you bloody prawn!
That was
Yeah.
a
That's a good
brilliant
movie.
movie.
That's a good
It
movie,
was.
actually.
Hey, District
that's-
10 is coming.
Oh my god,
And-
they made
really?
another one?
It is coming. It's definitely.
I
It's
don't
like
think it
they're not
is.
sure exactly when, but Neil
Yeah.
Blomkamp said it
They're
will
making
come.
another one.
No,
Seriously? Oh,
no.
get out.
This is
Sorry. Distracting.
right. We're into the funnies now. Well, another blonde hair conducting a little more research with that Jane Goodall tramp. Where you?
Ah.
And for no reason other than she is just Steve Jobs' daughter, Eve Jobs.
What?
She is attractive, isn't she?
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what a bit of airbrushing can do. Oh, did I just say
Bing
that?
bong ching.
No, that is actually Steve Jobs' daughter.
Who is it?
She looks great, mate. But like, how much
She
of that?
does.
How much of that has been airbrushed? Yeah, it's a
Oh,
fair
she's probably
question,
been
mate.
touched up a little bit. I'd touch her up.
Oh,
Who
no.
said that?
Hey, steady on.
Right,
Steady,
moving
steady.
on. 25 years ago, scientists detected blood proteins from rock art in Australia and Tasmania. After this year, they figured out how to extract the actual DNA. So many questions will finally be answered. Now, if this one goes dark and you never hear anything about it, right, you are going to realise that the DNA didn't come back to Aboriginal DNA, aren't you? That's a rabbit hole, but we need to watch out for the result of this.
Yeah.
This is like remember the archaeologist that found the brick wall or the constructed wall in Mexico that was something like 3 million years too early.
Yeah, I think all that
and that
stuff is
just-
fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys might have jumped into it in the rabbit hole previously, but there's a place in India that's called Chhattisgarh, and it's got all of these cave paintings of what looks like to be, you're going to love this, John, aliens, little greys, flying saucers, and this
Okay.
stuff is thousands upon thousands of years old. Chhattisgarh in India. I think it could be somewhere around like North Center, somewhere around there, but it's absolutely fascinating. That's rabbit hole stuff that I'm
Mhm.
interested in.
Maybe
Ooh.
so people used to say and they would say, you know, when they looked at cave paintings and things like that, you know, they painted what they saw. But did they? Did they? Because if you think about it, we don't write about what we see. You know, if you look at a fiction, I mean, something like Stephen King, right? It never happened, you know? There aren't fucking clowns living in sewers, you know, that are supernatural
Oh god,
beings.
no! I hate clowns.
Yeah.
I think it started from Stephen King.
Yeah, well, it probably did, but you know, so why couldn't cave painting just be art?
trippy kind of like art. These
Yeah,
individuals
well,
from
say
many
you'd
many
had
years
a-
ago could have been tripping out of their heads and
Say you
tapping
just
into
had
Yeah,
a-
exactly. Well, exactly.
What if you just had a litre of reindeer piss?
Or I don't know, parrot piss or something.
You just need a couple of mushrooms, some reindeer piss, and you are getting
There
into
you go.
some.
Off
Well,
we
that's
went.
why you drink the reindeer piss, because they eat those mushrooms. You know the red and white ones.
Yeah.
They eat them. They're full of psilocybin. The reindeer's liver converts it and puts it in the piss, and you drink it, and boom! Next thing you know,
Interdimensional, bro.
you're into what do they call them? Machine
Rabbit
elves.
hole, mate.
Machine elves. I think that speaks for itself as well.
Certainly does.
1960, 2023.
Oh, good grief.
That's bad, isn't it?
Wow. 1960, where they had real margarine, real Coca-Cola.
Nobody ate margarine in 1960. Even pigs don't eat margarine. It was butter and lard.
I did.
Lard.
Yeah.
Used to cook everything in lard,
Yeah.
and that's what they looked like.
We had a chip pan. We had English breakfast in lard.
We had a chip pan, right? That my mum, she would melt lard to make the chips, and in the chip pan you would use it quite a few times because we were poor. Anyway, I remember in Hong Kong she was cooking char. She turned the chip pan on. And it was heating up, and a fucking beast flew in the window and landed in the chip pan.
Oh no!
What, mate? So she was cooking these chips in Hong Kong, you said?
Yeah.
Should get some bloody takeaway, mate.
No, when we never went out for takeaway, you didn't get takeaway because if you've ever been to Hong Kong, street food just looks fucking disgusting, right?
Fair enough, mate.
It's not a good look. I mean, to be fair, when you actually see what Chinese people actually eat and Japanese people, there's not a lot that you tackle unless you had a very strong stomach.
Yeah, mate, you can't beat a bit of katsu curry, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's almost westernized, you know. I mean,
you can't beat a bit of ramen, you know.
When I remember when I was in Japan, I went down to breakfast in a hotel, and I thought, what the fuck is that? Because everything looked like a pavement oyster.
Oh no!
You know what a pavement oyster is, don't you?
Yeah, pavement oyster. Sorry, I got distracted by the control room.
No, you know what a pavement oyster is, don't you?
Describe it, John. Right.
Okay. Right. Everything on the breakfast table looked like a fucking pavement oyster of some kind or another. And
yeah, they've got some because I follow like two kind of Japanesey channels. Some of their food does look a bit strange, but some of it looks really nice actually.
Some of it is nice, yeah.
Shalini, did you just describe them as Japanesey? How dare you? Japanesey? Are they Japanese or not?
Turning Japanese, I really think so. Anyway, what was I talking about?
Let's go to the next slide.
But butter and lard and stuff like that. But please, move on.
Yeah. So there you go. Right. Anyway, moving on.
What?
I
can't even see it.
Says,
this is what?
This is what noncing used to be like. A harmless bit of community fun, not like the noncing we have now. Good on him. There is a man riding around Wigan sniffing children's trainers. And the kids, this is a video, the kids all come up to him with a trainer off and let him sniff the trainer.
Oh no, that's weird, dude.
That's wrong. That is
yeah, call the cop. Check that man's hard drive for fuck's sake.
Exactly, check the hard drives.
And meanwhile, Walker's never one to let the side down and miss an opportunity.
Hey, swan flavor. They're eating the swans. But they are though. They are actually doing that.
Right. That's
God.
It's freaking wild. This is wild, right? We'll speak about fetishes in a minute. Right, so the scary Lucille Ball statue's finally been replaced. That was meant to be Lucille Ball. And
that doesn't look like anything like her.
They replaced it with the actual Lucille Ball in 2016. But this has just been put up as guess who? Guess who that is?
That's supposed to be Tina Turner. Doesn't look anything like her, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
that's supposed to be Tina Turner. It looks nothing like her. It is
Jesus Christ. It's like
fearsome,
that one of Lucille Ball on the left. It looks like bloody Shrek.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's just awful.
It's like something from a horror movie. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is. That is.
Ow. Done something to my hand.
I don't even know why anyone would think that that was appropriate.
And that is not Tina Turner in the bottom either.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Absolutely not.
It's meant to be, but it's
Oh,
not.
goodness gracious me.
Right, I forgot what I was going to talk about. What was that? What did I say I was going to talk about?
Funny?
Next.
What?
Was there another funny?
No, I can't remember. Right, moving on. Hiding your nan because Starmer's online police are outside because she posted "Stop the boats."
That's good.
That's quite good. Oh, right. Where are we now? What we got next? Look at the guy's head. I don't know if you can see it, right? But see the big bald head? He's got what looks like a huge quiff here. Because what happened was he took his hoodie off and it caught on his wig and pulled his wig forward. Look at the face of that girl there. He's looking at it.
He's
going,
like, what the
"What?"
fuck?
And then he realised and slaps it back down and then turns around and walks away with head
Would have been
down.
hilarious if that happened to the, what was it, that dude, the beat the final boss. That would have been funny if he
Oh, yeah, that
actually
would have
had a
been
wig.
funny.
That would have been funny, yeah.
Right. Raise your hand if you're from the generation that learned from chalkboards. We didn't call them chalkboards.
Blackboards.
Yes, because they were black. It's nothing to do with race. I don't understand this nonsense about having to
good
rename
grief.
things.
No, they were always blackboards.
Blackboards. for
They were
fuck's
blackboards.
sake.
Nobody ever called it a chalkboard. Never.
No, exactly. Fuck off.
Right. So if your resolutions haven't quite panned out, this guy's got it. It's never too late to have ambitious goals. Achieved all of mine. Good morning. Buy a car. Pet. Save 10.
10 quid,
Buy
10
a new
pound.
phone case. Live. Just live. Mind my own business.
They're pretty achievable goals. Yeah. Good on them.
Yeah, he's done well. Boards of colour. Boards of colour. What's that in Trip Hazard? Oh, boards of colour, yeah. Blackboards, boards of colour.
DOCs. Yeah.
That's got to be offensive somewhere. Here's an old picture of Starmer, but you know what? If you're going to fucking pose for pictures, mate, don't get so don't get so distracted by the cameras. You forget to take the top off your pen.
For fuck's sake.
Schoolboy error.
That's a Whitehall fail right there, but it's like, he doesn't even have his glasses on either. The glasses are a recent addition, so he'll be taken more seriously.
Those were the Lord Alley glasses.
You think the glasses are just an affection, just to try and make him look?
Yeah. He doesn't.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't even need the damn things.
No, it's just celebrities do this. Of course, the Prime Minister's going to do it. Like, he'll wear them sometimes. He won't wear them other times. Like, they have people like this in the Cabinet Office in Whitehall are like, oh, do this, do that, wear this, blah blah blah. All these handlers, and it's just pure bloody theatre. You know.
What was it? What was the thing about the programme that was set in Whitehall, or behind the scenes?
Yes, Minister.
No, the one after that with Peter Capaldi in it. Peter Capaldi was the kind of Dominic Cummings guy. He was fucking out.
Can't remember the name of that, but good actor Capaldi, good doctor as well.
Yeah, he was a good doctor. Right? Capaldi was in this. What was it called? I'll remember it, but it was definitely worth watching. Right, maybe the Troll Room knows. Come on, Troll Room. Peter Capaldi was
hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Has anybody given you a donation?
No, they haven't. They haven't, darling.
Bloody cheapskates.
Although Chris gave me a donation this afternoon. Does that count? I don't know.
Good on,
but they are cheapskates. Yeah, they are cheapskates. Right, moving on. Next year I'm going to the Reform Conference. They don't spend the whole time talking about Nigel Farage, and that really does hit the mark, because that's exactly what they did. They are running scared, and because of that, they are making all the wrong decisions. I
think it's crazy. I think I thought about this a couple of days ago. I was just absolutely fuming about something that what the bloody socialists are doing in the United Kingdom is crazy. Like, the UK is going to end up being like some form of ill, starved, ridden, like Dickensian child from Victorian
Spencer!
times by bloody 2029. You know what I mean? By the time they
Mhm.
bloody leave or get yeeted out, like, by that time, it's crazy the trajectory the country's on. You know?
Yeah, that is crazy.
There you go, John.
The
The thick of it.
yeah.
Hello,
Yeah,
Spencer, dude.
again, well worth watching. Well worth watching. Good to see you, Spencer.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in
for a
ages,
while,
man.
mate. Be nice to catch up. Right, so yeah, he's spot on. The thick of it. It was called something like
Yeah,
that.
thick of it. Yeah.
It was absolutely brilliant.
I don't think I ever
Absolutely
watched it one. I watched Yes Minister, but I don't. Yeah, I don't
you
think I
got
ever
to watch
watched.
thick of it. Peter Capaldi is like me on steroids, and swears more.
Oh right, okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, some of the delicious put downs and insults he comes up with are just unbelievable. They should be immortalized in a book.
You sound very impressed, Sarge.
Oh, he's fucking. He's good. He is good. And well, whoever wrote it's pretty good as well because it was funny. Right. A father whose daughter is back from uni and discarded her childhood toys to the shed got up early this morning to do some fathering. Now we wait.
I'm assuming that's a doll. That's just so creepy.
Yeah, but imagine waking up and seeing your beloved childhood doll at the window after
But no,
you
I'd be
banished it.
I'd be freaking out. Be like, what the fuck is
know.
out the window?
That is
That's
freaky.
freaky.
That would
Anything
be
with
funny.
dolls.
I
That
know,
would
like
be funny.
dolls, clowns. Yeah, no.
Right, we've only got a couple of slides left. Is there anything
Okay.
you two guys want to bring up?
No.
I think we covered like a lot of ground. I think in general in the country right now, sums it up in
Fucked.
Friday. Yeah, I think there's just a huge amount of chaos in general. The information sphere, kind of just everything around us. I think it's really important that people just do. You just got to switch off at times, folks. You know what I mean? Like social media as well. You have to kind of detach. You have to detach yourself from this constant feedback loop of bloody black pills and God knows what. Like, do yourselves a favor because it's pretty bad out there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once I start driving, because Vaughan very kindly got me the theory test book thing. I was like, should I start reading this now or do I have to? He's like, no, have a couple of lessons first. Oh God. Let's hope I don't crash the instructor's car.
Listen, you can read the theory test anytime you like. You'll squish it.
20's plenty. All right.
Watch out, South London. Shalini's getting in a car.
I actually can't remember the amount of driving tests I've had to take.
Well, I've booked a couple, so.
And I don't mean because I failed them. It's just I've just had that many different courses and things. But the police
I'll give feedback if I'm on next Friday because my first driving lesson is next Thursday.
The police ones were the worst. The advanced driving ones, they were the worst. The one on the bike's not so bad because you've only got a guy in your ear on a radio, and really he doesn't give you any real instructions other than turn left or right. But the ones where you're doing it in the car, because you're sitting in there with there's three cops on test, one instructor. The instructor's in the front passenger seat, and the guy on test is going to be driving. Two guys in the back have to make notes, right? And you drive for 20 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot. You do that 3 times in the course of one day, you drive for 20 minutes, right? But when you drive for 20 minutes on the advanced driving course, you are basically on test for the whole 20 minutes. You have to commentate all the time. And where possible, you are effectively flat out. It's fucking nuts. It's such an intense test. And it really is. And then you don't get your result until the next day. But it's really fucking nuts. The bike one is much better.
Intense. Sounds intense.
Oh, the motorcycle instructors, Chris. The police motorcycle instructors are freaking a scream. We had one guy who was so good. He used to sit sideways, like side straddle on the bike while it was going along because you could set the throttle, Because what they used to do is they used to put a screw in so as he could set the throttle, so as he could do things like tell people, to turn right, or so the bike wouldn't go when you took your hand off. So they would set the throttle, and he would set the throttle, swing his leg over the tank, sit side saddle on it, open the pannier, take his notebook out, write something down, put it back in the fucking pannier, shut the pannier, and then jump back, put his leg back over, all while going along the road. Crazy when you think about it. These days he'd probably be fucking fired for health and safety, but impressive nonetheless. But yeah, the driving courses were fun. Oh,
but that's me, Sarge. All I can say is it's been great for me.
Good. Two to come up with, and remember, people. Remember, people. There's just two to finish off with. Remember, people. If you're ever worried about how difficult it is to tell certain people apart, it's the same for them.
Oh. Woof.
And should you ever want to see a movie review torn apart, go along to Snarky Cinema. That's at snarky-cinema on YouTube, and you can look at some movie reviews that can be quite brutal on occasion, can't they, David?
Yeah, John broke my heart with Nosferatu 2024 recently, because I quite enjoyed it. He literally just eviscerated it. He gave it a 2 out of 10. I might have called him the C word a couple of times, but it's entertaining, folks. Check it out. Snarky Cinema. Yeah?
Here's a film for you to watch over the weekend, David. while you suture your lips back together.
Oh my god!
Bloody hell!
I'm hoping it's a joke, right? And with that, I think, as they say, it's been great for you.
For you.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy. to the face. I'm taking 6 shots.